A very good morning to you and welcome to Standpoint, the saint of all talks of politics. Today being Thursday, the 18th day of July 2024. My name is Moses Ben. Governance is one thing that is very obvious. Either way you want to go about it, but at the end of the day, you have a particular position that you will be judged, that actually it was observed that you carried out everything when it comes to governance in terms of serving the interest of the people. On this platform, we'll be making it obvious that look at, if I have employed you to work for me and then you have a particular mechanism to sabotage my administration or my efforts in serving the interest of the people, why not release the sledgehammer? That's just one thing, because at the end of the day, we'll point at you to be a failure or responsible for whatever happened under your administration. Well, the development in Abia State, talking about the whether resignation, sack, or whatever, but we understand that about 2 commissioners have exceeded the Governor Oti's administration, that's cabinet. We'll get to draw light on this. Well, in the coming days, I believe we'll have evidence, proofs on what actually happened. At this point, it's still sketchy, as a number of us do not know exactly what transpired, but we'll get to find out. At the national level, the federal government is talking about extra 6.2 trillion naira. It's laughable. I expected them to have transmitted the new minimum wage to the National Assembly, but it didn't happen. We'll handle all this issue on Standpoint. He's back, and then he came back with good news. Hi, Kubona here. It's good to have you on Standpoint today.
Good morning.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Moses Ben. Yeah, we thank God for the gift of life. We needed to take care of a few things.
Very necessary, yeah, very necessary.
We thank God for the privilege and the wisdom that He always lavished on us to do what we have to do so that life will get going. And so we're here today. It's my pleasure. My wonderful listeners, I must confess that I missed you all, and today we're going to interact as always. Please don't leave that dial. Just stay glued to it as we move on. Thank you very much.
We've been conversing. Very soon we'll have a full house when it comes to Incorruptible People's Party.
Absolutely.
Incorruptible, sir. I will be your campaign manager. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you, Moses Ben.
Thank you. Thank you.
Definitely. And yes, we are getting it right. And it's so unfortunate that some people might be interested, but they will not make it.
They will not make it.
That's it. Because
we have criteria.
Here, if we give you any position and you misbehave, we'll fire you. Yes. You don't use the word sack.
Fire.
If you notice that we're about to fire you and you resign, better for you.
Absolutely.
Better for you if you notice that you'll be sacked. Sorry, you'll be fired.
Fired, yeah.
I think I prefer that one. Fired. Anyway, good morning to you if you're listening to us. Welcome to the program that definitely will make you feel relaxed. Bring a little bit of fun to it. Then be very, very hard on anybody that obviously is contributing in making sure that Nigeria, Abia State, and the world at large will not drink water and keep cup. We will do our work as the media men, that we're not biased. It's just for us to help, just to make sure that everything will go accordingly. When you were mentioning trillion from federal government, when you wait for you to land, because if you notice, I was looking at you, the one kind, and I hope this morning it will be cool as we have started on 96.5 FM Rapid. This is where you need to leave your radio, because this is where we talk and walk.
The conversation is live on Facebook at Rapid Umahia, and also YouTube at Rapid 96.5 FM. Of course, you will see every gentleman in the studio this morning also. We urge you to follow us on our social media handles. Put down your comments there as well. Let us interact. Remember, still this year, we heard of suspension and sack within the cabinet of the governor of Abia State. Again, it reiterated yesterday. We would emphatically look at this issue, even while we're expecting more concrete reasons for that particular move. As we'll be looking at commissioners' exit from Abia State Governor's Cabinet, issues and workers. and concerns rather. The truth of the matter is that it's all about governance. Whatever we are doing here, it's about the interest of the people, as a matter of fact. But before we get down that discussion or conversation, President Bola Tinubu requested the Senate to amend the 2023 Appropriation Act and the 2023 Finance Act by increasing the budget with 6.2 trillion naira. Tinubu's request was contained in a letter addressed to the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and read at plenary yesterday. The President in the letter said the move was in pursuant to Section 58, subsection 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended. And then he said the Appropriation Act Amendment Bill 2024 seeks to amend the Principal Act to provide, now listen clearly, the sum of 3.2 billion naira for renewed hope infrastructure projects. Gentlemen, I hope you are taking note of all those things. And other critical infrastructure projects to be undertaken across the country. And the sum of 3.3 trillion naira to meet further recurrent expenditure requirements necessary for the proper operation by the federal government expenditure, which is to be funded by expected revenue accruing to the federal government of Nigeria. That was what the letter he sent to the Nigerian Senate contained yesterday. Let us not forget the 2024 budget, Nigeria, federal government of Nigeria budget, about 28 point something trillion naira. Again, we are having, as we speak, let me remind you, in case you have not been following this issue, already this particular Amendment Act has passed second reading at the House of Representatives. As we speak this morning, we are talking about extra 6.2 trillion naira. If you put it down with 28 point something trillion naira, we should be talking about 7 trillion naira. We should be talking about over 34 trillion naira for 2024 budget. Incorruptible Sam. And they didn't mention the issue of the next new minimum wage in Nigeria. Now, Renewed Hope infrastructure project contained or takes 3.2 trillion naira. I do not understand. Where are we headed for? Where would this money be coming out from? The pressing issues, Renewed Hope, the ones that they've started already, talking about this project for this, under social intervention project and all of that. How many persons have benefited so far? Can we have the records that, okay, the vulnerable persons they use as the usual excuse, how many of them within this category or community have been able to access these interventions and all of that? 6.2 extra trillion naira as 2024 budget. That's about 34 trillion naira.
You have seen it. You have seen what we actually say in Nigeria. Unfortunately, we had an APC man yesterday who tried as much as possible, to tell us that the federal government have actually done enough, that they have lots of policies that the state government should have followed. Okay, now this one. Someone talked about padding of budget the last time. He got suspended. And when he got to the president,
the senator from Bauchi Central.
Yes, he got suspended. Someone that has been there.
Ningi, yes.
He was, in fact, he's a senior to the current Senate president. As far as that Senate House is concerned, he started since 2011.
Absolutely.
That was when
2011.
Yes.
Akpabio was the governor of Akwa Ibom State.
He was a senator then when Akpabio was still a governor. He talked about padding. Under Buhari, we had the news also of padding. He said, don't worry, he will handle it. He didn't handle it. 8 years, he left office. A man that has been in Senate talked about budget padding. The president came out because he's like Tinubu, like Akpabio. Serious things. You see them try to make joke out of it.
Let's not forget that the presidency played a crucial role in terms of the emergence of Akpabio as the Senate president.
Yes. Ahead of Oji. He wanted someone that would be his friend. And finally he got his friend.
Or something there.
You understand? He came out, he said, yes, we should forget about Ningi, that he doesn't know mathematics. That's what he said. And they laughed over it. Ningi doesn't know mathematics. Someone that had been in the Senate House since 2011. How many years now? Does not know what budget padding is all about. They came out, they explained everything, and that one ended up. Ningi is back, and I believe he might not want to talk much again. Now, this is not padding. If you call it budget padding, is an offense. Now, extra. Look at the way they are making it look. And those people also that want to be in support of them, we say now, you know, they have a lot of things to do. If we have the money, why not to spend it, add it? We are mentioning trillions. I can't remember, maybe because we don't pay attention to them that much, the countries want to be like UK and America, talking about trillions of dollars. It's hard for you to hear such amount of money. But here we mention trillions of naira as if it is nothing. This is extra, the one that will be added still on the 2024 budget.
Yes.
This is not about 2025.
And we're in July already.
We are in July. This one will be the one that will be put, be added. And we are still feeling as if everything is fine. Yesterday I left after I didn't join the sports guide, but I called them.
I observed that. Did you go to Abuja?
No, crossing the studio, Ben. It dawned on me again. I was so angry that last night. It dawned on me again that things are getting worse, and we are feeling comfortable about it. Then go to the market with 5,000 naira. You come back. I made a post yesterday.
Why are you mentioning 5,000? You want to make me to? You want to get me angry this morning?
I made a post
5,000
yesterday.
naira transportation fee will be included in that amount of money.
A friend in Aba said something after he just ended it up with crying emoji. He said that the wife was so busy. The wife said, "Please, honey, help us get something." He said he went to the market with 10,000 naira. That Sam, coming back, he was like, "Okay, what has happened with, to my money?" He said, if this thing continues this way, that people will die in hunger. Another man came that I should pity them that have families. Men these days will be crying. Once they see their children, they will clean their tears, because you don't want your child to notice that the strong father, the lion that he or she knows, is shedding tears because of Nigeria economy. Now, trillions of naira will be added to this budget. What happened to the money? What happened to the budget that they initially presented to us?
Can we track? Can we monitor even the 28-point-something trillion naira first? Can we monitor that existing budget?
You can't.
Before this one, they want to add now.
The money, Ben, has been wasted. The money has been misused. You see why we say sharing truckloads of rice, trailer loads of load of rice will not be an issue. Sorry, will not be the solution.
Yeah.
You see why we have been saying that? Not because I don't have rice right now in my house. If I see a half bag, I will take. But no, that will not solve the problem. How many days will I use the half bag of rice?
What happens if it finishes?
You see, that is where they will tell you now that this money has gone into. Under Buhari, they use school feeding children to suck Nigeria dry, and we waive that. You see why Nigeria's economy is getting dried each day? This one now, who are these people that will benefit from this money? The president himself, his ministers, senators, and House of Rep members. I talked about it the other day. Do you know the allocation that these guys get? Do you know what they get? They read newspaper, we pay them for reading newspapers. They sit. Ben, as we have actually come here now to do standpoint, we get paid. That's what they do in Senate House. We get paid for coming to do our job. That will also be paid at the end of the month. Unfortunately, you have a Senate, a National Assembly members that will pass. You say it has passed second reading already.
The House of Representatives.
Yes.
House of Representatives. They will quickly do that because it benefits them. Who will not make it work so fast? When this national anthem issue happened, I said it on air here that the president has actually, this is his own. He wanted an anthem passed. They rushed it for him. Now they are doing paddy. This one will pass third reading. The Senate will just, the next time we'll talk about this is already there. And we'll also be thinking that everything is going well. We prefer going to our churches to shout and disturb God. If I am God, I will off the link from Nigeria. I don't want disturbance again. If you guys cannot handle the leaders, let me be. It is so sad. But after this one now, after the shout, even if there will be a protest, this thing will go through. It will go through because we have a House of Rep members that are just thinking about themselves, the Senate members that are thinking about themselves, and the president that wants to do whatever he wants to do because he did not prepare. It is done. And why is he not ready to waste our money? It's so sad Then, when we protest after these demons have been passed, they will share another rice to keep us calm.
It's clearly alarming.
It's so sad.
But by the letter the Senate got yesterday, the 3 trillion naira is to meet further recurrent expenditure requirements necessary for the proper operation by the federal government expenditure. Let us not forget, as a result of the removal of fuel subsidy, allocation has increased, FAC has increased, and the federal government has a share in the FAC they usually give out every month. That's on one hand. Then 3.2 trillion naira. What did the letter state that this will be used for? For renewed hope infrastructure projects and other critical infrastructure projects to be undertaken across the country. What is still wrong with ensuring that the increase in FAC would be used in handling these issues? How would this particular project be handled? Across which what geopolitical zone? How many persons will be benefited? What are they not telling us? It's a problem. And tomorrow now, remember, NNPCL, according to Mlekere, said they need about 6 trillion naira or $6 trillion to a kind of offset loans, offset debt that they are owing. Yeah. And then we are having this particular one again. What is happening to us as a country?
Yes, Kiari of NNPC said the need is about $2.something billion. I don't know what they're going to finance.
And if you add that $2.something billion to the ones they've collected, we should be talking about $6 billion.
In fact, I've actually been going through this to know exactly what are those renewed hopes. I just can't find them. They are obviously nowhere to be found because it's a two-half thing. One half is for 3 trillion for renewed hope and all other stuff they try to pat somewhere. And then the other half of 3 trillion naira is for, I said, capital expenditure, education, healthcare, and what have you. And, well, it boils down to what I've always said here, that Tinubu delights so much in policy somersault. And every bit of what the man is doing is ending up in wastage. The man doesn't know how to be, economical in spending. One would have expected him to be highly economical, given the fact that the times are very, very hard. I had expected the man to be very, very frugal. Give a mandate to all your ministers, all those officers in charge, to see how you can cut down on expenses. But it appears he's not giving into that. He is a very flamboyant man. He likes flamboyancy. I'm sure we're all aware of the fact that a new presidential jet has been acquired. And then we also understand that about $50 million is also allocated for fixing the new presidential jet. The other day we saw it on social media and we saw the interior. So this tells you how the kind of life he wants to live, and tells you that, look, I just want to rule Nigeria because it's my turn, and not because I have policies, not because I came prepared. It's obvious that Tinubu is not prepared to rule Nigeria. He came to ruin things. He came to leave things worse than he met them, because we cannot see any critical thing that is being done to see how the Naira, the value of the Naira can be strengthened. It keeps falling like a pack of cards, and that is why the hardship is virtually everywhere. People are going through all manner of financial challenges, economic hardship, and what have you. I mean, a man that is given to wastage, what will he do? He's not even in charge, because when I say he's not in charge, people say, no, I shouldn't say that. But for me, he's not in charge, because if you are in charge, you will give the shot. If you are in charge, you will say, let these things be done this way, and it will be done that way. But for me, he is given to wastages. Just like Sam said, we just woke up and heard about the emergency, because I've always said, when there's an emergency here, they quickly see how they can come up with a policy to deal with that emergency. Then there's another one here, they come up with another policy. How do we deal with this emergency? So he's reactionary. He's not... he just react to issues. No initiative. You understand? And so now the rice issue, because letters have been written to him. I understand. I think there's this Northern Coalition that have written to say they are going to protest, and they gave a date. So he's scared.
And then why the Southeastern governors are saying that the Southeast will not join, I never wanted to comment on that, but
Yes,
since you have touched
that's not even an issue. Then there are threats of unrest, and I want to believe that he's trying to quickly get these resources so that he can channel it into those areas to see how he can die this quest. That's why we're talking about 20 trailers of rice being given to the 36 states. So they will not tell us that is for this so-called renewed hope infrastructure. These are our suspicions anyway. Do you understand? Now, you deploy these resources in this direction so that you can see how you can move this rice to all these states and let them quickly share it. And so that maybe the people who are going to be used for the unrest will say, okay, fine, there's something in the interim.
All right, Ike, we'll keep monitoring this particular issue to see how it will fall down to, the entire geopolitical zones, talking about 6.2 trillion naira again to the already running 28.7 trillion naira in Nigeria. The issue of monitoring at the 2024 budget, I don't know who's standing up. I don't know the sector of our government that is representing in terms of telling us, okay, this is where we have arrived at. This is what and what we have done. This is where we have got into.
I doubt if anybody's going to give you any explanation. I'm afraid I will just have to accept that position. Nobody's going to give you any explanation on how these things are being monitored, how expenditures are being monitored. All right,
we'll get them. But we are being joined this morning to still look at the current development by the Abia PDP chairman and acting state publicity secretary, Elder Abraham. Good morning. It's good to have you join Standpoint today.
Good morning to you. It's my pleasure to be with you. Good morning to Abians.
Thank you so much. We got should we say revelation, because nobody said something about it on that on that note rather, but we got it from your angle. That's why we want to hear directly from you on how that arrived. Talking about the resignation of about 2 commissioners within the cabinet of the Abia State Governor, Dr. Alex Oti, and then they are the commissioners for science and technology, Mr. Chima Uriaku, and agriculture, Professor Monica Ironkwe. And then the chief press secretary has come up to say, Njoku Ukohaye, that they were not sacked, but resigned their appointments with the state government. Let us not forget that still this year, the commissioner for health, Ngozi Okoronkwo, was suspended. And also the former CPS was, they would say, sacked, also suspended. Let us have your quick reaction to this development, side-by-side governance in the state.
Well, first and foremost, let me correct the first impression. The first correction I want to make, I am the state vice chairman of Abia PDP and acting publicity secretary.
All right, that's keep my eye. Thank you.
Having said that, I want to react to the issues you have raised. You will agree with Abia PDP that the cabinet of this current government was constituted barely 7 months ago. Barely 7 months ago. We say so because he constituted the cabinet on the 6th month. Are you there?
Yes, we're with you, sir.
So it was constituted barely 7 months ago. And we have seen important personnel, top personnel, like being sacked. We've seen people being suspended. And just yesterday again, Abians wake up to realize that 2 personalities, highly respected personalities in the government, have also turned in their resignation. Before now, the Abia PDP Intel had authoritatively revealed to us that the 2 commissioners who resigned did so following a disagreement with the governor, Alex Oti, over a huge sum of money that were assigned to expenditure headed within their ministries. and the project which they knew nothing about. The two commissioners had in the past been indicted with questions from journalists and their constituents and family members about the huge sum of money in some expenditure headings that has something to do with their ministry. And if you go back to the second quarter reports, such expenditure headings are like research and development, which is 3 billion naira. You see, there is no country in the world, there is no government in the world where a government engages in research and yet the people will not know the research. If you are carrying out a research on a vaccine, it should be a public knowledge. If you are carrying out a research on any public subject, it should be a public knowledge. It should not be hidden. Up to today, Abians, Nigerians are unaware about the ongoing research in Abia State that has taken a whooping 3 billion naira. We have 3.4 billion naira, 1.6 billion naira spent on building of ICT centers in the 17 local government areas of Abia State. In the major cities of Aba, Umuahia, and Ohafia, we have looked around. There is nothing like any new ICT building. But 3.4 billion has been expended already on that. 1.6 billion expended on agricultural facilities. We have also gone round. We cannot find any agricultural facility. We cannot find a new poultry. We cannot find any piggery. We cannot find any animal husbandry projects. We cannot find any farm anywhere situated in the states, which is a project ongoing where such a whooping amount has been spent on. So if you are a commissioner with conscience and you find out that such an amount of money has been expended in a ministry which you are supervising, and you cannot answer even questions from your own children, from your own constituents, from your own family members, the most honorable thing for you to do is to at least approach your principal and ask basic elementary questions. And these questions, our intel makes it very clear to us, were not taken lightly by Mr. Governor, Dr. Alex Otti. He did take them very well.
All right, sir, before you go...
And because of that,
before you go further,
these
sir,
people decided to turn in their resignation, which is their own way of passing a vote of confidence, a vote of no confidence against the government. All
right, sir, before you go further, because we will still wish to find out certain things in much rather as this conversation is concerned. From the angle of the government, what we have gotten so far is that, initially there was this rumor that they were sacked, but through the chief press secretary of to the governor, that they were not actually sacked, rather they resigned. And now you've mentioned critical things. Of course, we saw it in the performance quarter report that came out, the issue of ICT and all of that. The government has not said anything in line with that. And then there is no further publication aside that of the chief press secretary to the governor on what led or how, what made these persons to resign from their position. Talking about intel of your party, the PDP, furnishing you with this information, how reliable, since we have not gotten anything from the government, don't you think that this is a propaganda and it's not reliable, sir?
Now, let me ask you a fundamental question. As the media organization that is saddled with the responsibility of reporting developments in governments to the people, have you been able to tell Abians, as part of your social responsibilities, the size of the projects which have got these billions of naira? The answer is no. You cannot report what you don't have, what you don't know anything about. Because your media organization is an objective media organization that will only report what they can see, what they can feel, what they can touch. Now, the fundamental question here is that you have not, it's not about the only way to discredit our intel. The only way to discredit our intel is for you to tell us that on your own quest as a media organization, that you discovered that the so-called ICT center is located to 201 Azikiwe Road, Aba. It's located to 201 School Road, Umuahia. It's located to Aruchuku Road at Ohafia. It's located. My dear brother, it is a public knowledge that these facilities are nowhere to be seen anywhere. And the only argument, the only positive way to discredit this intel is for us. So, and you see, the kind of intel, you know, we have been in government for many years. The type of intel we engage in or we trust is an intel that will answer questions. Because even as a party that has a large number followership in the 184 wards of Abia State, even the Nigerian police that are represented in the 17 local governments of Abia State, the state security services that have their men in the 17 local governments of Abia State don't have any reports. I speak with every sense of responsibility, and we take responsibility of any statement we dish out, that there is no report anywhere. There is no report. And those commissioners who have resigned, engage them. They will not tell you of the existence of any such projects anywhere. Engage them. Let it be an assignment. They are in the best position to tell. That please, can you tell us the size of the ICT center that got 3.something billion? That can you tell, when you talk about research, if research is not related to science and technology, that research, of course, should be related with education, or should be related with, it can also be related with, even an agricultural research is also seen to be part of a science research, because agriculture itself is research. Ask them that question, that where do we have this research facility? That where do we have these agro investments that have taken so much of the money? That where do we have these ICT centers? You understand? We are not engaged. We don't believe in propaganda.
All right.
We believe in objective reporting. Let somebody, even as we speak now, the government is monitoring. Let somebody tell us. It's not something which they have to engage and experts in information management or information services after 1 month or 2 months to come and dish out something in the media.
All right, sir.
Let them on the spot. In fact, before now, even in that quarter report, what the right thing to have done, for them to have done, is for them to say we expended 3.5 billion naira on ICT center located in Ohafia. Or we spent so and so on agro center located in Oka East or Oka West, or at Ugunabo, anywhere. That is what they were supposed to do. They didn't do that.
All right,
because the location does not exist. The location, those subheadings were just to write off the taxpayers' money, write off Abia money, and that was all.
That point has been noted, sir. We'll go on a short break at this point in time. But when we return, the issue of governance with what is happening, what should take the leading? Is it governance or about giving attention to the issue of exiting the governor's cabinet? Does it procure or bring about any harm to the government? We'll get to find out all those things from you. This is Standpoint, the saint of all talks of politics. Please stay with us.
Hooray! Unique Grace Ministries, the Unique Worship Center, cordially invite you to the birthday anniversary celebration of their Bishop-elect, Ugo Wosu, coming forth on the 28th of July 2024. Venue, Church Auditorium at Mbara Umuwaya, off Health Center Road, Amuzuku, Mahia. Time, 9 a.m. prompt. Distinguished guest of honor, Right Honorable Barrister Chief Okeze Kalo, Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, Chairman of the occasion, Honorable Barrister Chinasa Anthony, Member representing Umahia Central Constituency. Guest of honor, Right Honorable Stanley Ohajiruka, Right Honorable Martins Azubike, Honorable Chief Tio Onye Ubani. Spiritual fathers of the day, Archbishop Chibuzo Opoko, Bishop Ugo Wems, and host of others. Come one, come all. It's from gratitude to glory. Courtesy Planning Committee.
Beauty is power. A smile is its sword. Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is all around us. So, if you want to look good always, visit Masters and Wands Cosmetics stores. It's new, it's exclusive, and a happening store in beauty products. We deal on perfumes and cosmetics such as body lotions, facial creams and scrubs, body sprays, powders, bath wash, and all kinds of quality cosmetics with affordable prices. Contact us at number 41 Fimbers Road, Umahia, or number 28 School Road, Umahia, all in Abia State. Call us on 0806 951 2773 or email us at wandsgleam@gmail.com. Masters and Wands Cosmetics Stores. Quality is our name. Signed, Management.
It is that time of the year again when we celebrate the achievements and milestones of our amazing learners. Meridian Heights International School proudly celebrates her graduating class of 2024. The venue is the Zix Event Center, opposite MTN Head Office, Aba Road, Omahia. Date, Friday, the 19th of July, 2024. Time, 11 a.m. prompt. Congratulations, Trailblazers 2024. Meridian Heights, the future is here.
Arrive alive. Respect traffic rules. Do not drink and drive. Do not drive and drink. Every life on the road is precious. Drive safely. Be attentive and ensure your journey doesn't become a tragedy.
Stop wa on our roads. One pneummonia bia. Matanando get in the Abiampa. Usi wa no Uruzani. Drive safely.
This message is powered by Abia State Orientation Agency.
Ozia, Sinaka Abia State Orientation Agency. Nabiarun.
96.5 FM.
The sound of your city.
Let's talk politics, dynamics, and permutations.
It's a concern that we have for our country, Nigeria. So this is beyond partisan politics. Nigeria is on drink. Nigeria is on oxygen. And how can we get out of this? And these are the kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example are they showing as leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the polity.
I am an employee of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of the family. And he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together at this time to see how best we can move forward. The interest of Nigeria is part of it.
Standpoint.
Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM.
No Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. That's right.
Yeah, welcome back to Standpoint, the saint of all talks of politics. This morning, we have been looking at the commissioner's exits from Abia Governor's Cabinet, issues and worries. Our guest is the Abia PDP Vice Chairman and Acting Publicity Secretary, Elder Abraham. It's good to have you back to the program, sir.
My pleasure.
All right, sir. Quickly, let's talk about the reality on ground. We are talking about governance here. The issue of, let's say, Chief Press Secretary, commissioners being sacked, resigned, and all of that. these things, do they actually send a bad message when we are looking at governance, when the administration should be kind of ensuring to carry out programs and activities in the interest of the people? Let us have your reaction to this, sir.
Well, you see, every government, every good and responsible government has basic responsibility towards the people. One of such responsibilities is ensuring the well-being of citizens. A responsible government should prioritize the well-being and the safety of its citizens by providing essential services such as healthcare, education, social welfare, and infrastructure. So the issue about the commissioners who have resigned, is part of governance. More so when a commissioner who has been responsible to oversee a ministry is not aware on how large sums of money were said to have been expended by his own ministry. And under his watch, those infrastructures cannot be located or pinned down anywhere. A good and a responsible government should prioritize social justice and equality. Government strives to create fair and equitable society by promoting social justice, reducing inequalities, and protecting the rights of all individuals. Transparency and accountability, openness, inclusiveness is key for any good government. Protection of human rights is key. There are many of them. So, you see, you cannot detach, and that is why you cannot detach the resignation of commissioners or their sack from the government itself, because they are public officers. They were serving. People want to know the underlying factor why these people resign. And that is why in a normal setting of government, it was not the business of the chief press secretary to have issued a statement to tell Abians that 2 commissioners have resigned.
All right, sir.
All right.
You understand? It was not their place.
All right.
What should have been the news is the resignation letter by the commissioners themselves that they have resigned, and where they will have given the public the reason for their resigning. As simple as that. But when you see a government coming out to tell that 2 of our commissioners have resigned, the governor is wishing them well, they are trying to manage something, which unfortunately, the only way for them to manage that is to tell Abians the location of the research center, which has taken 3 billion.
Good morning, Mr. Ama. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
My name is Mr. Ike. My name is Mr. Ike Obundaya. Now, beyond your intel, I'm not holding brief for Labour Party here, but beyond your intel, which centered or borders on the fact that some resources were pushed to these ministries and which the commissioners don't know anything about, can we also look at this other perspective? One, is it not possible that these commissioners may have resigned because maybe what they expected before accepting the nomination to be commissioners are no longer what they are seeing, maybe in terms of emoluments? That's number one. And then number two, is it also not possible that they may have resigned because maybe their ministries are being starved of funds? Have you also looked at it from this other perspective, beyond the intel of the fact that maybe some resources were moved to the ministry which they don't know anything about? Please kindly look at it from that perspective.
Whichever perspective or narrative you want us to consider, like the ones you have just tabled, even if you go by those, it is still a vote of no confidence against the governor, because it tells that the government lacks openness. Because before you engage somebody for any position in government and even in the private sector, then you issue a letter to that person where that person will clearly know his entitlements. So, assuming that the government have issued such letters to these persons at the time they were appointed, and the same government is not meeting those obligations, then it also means that the government is not responsible, does not keep its own promises. It's a vote of no confidence against the government. If you also look at the second part of it, which is lack of funds being made available to the ministries to carry out their responsibilities, it is also a vote of no confidence against the government who has also failed to provide resources, even when the state is known to be accessing more resources. At just this month alone, for instance, the federal government is sharing 1.3 or 1.45 trillion naira. This is about times 2, which this type of figure in the past, the federal government will share it in 2 months. In 2 months, and not in 1 month.
Okay.
So the states are getting more money. So why will you start them?
Okay.
But we insist that the issue of starving is not the real issue. Is based on our intel, which is a public knowledge.
Okay.
That we cannot stay in a ministry, and my ministry is said to have spent 5 billion on a project, and as a commissioner sitting in that ministry, I know nothing about the 5 billion.
Okay,
and I cannot also point at the project.
Thank you. Thank you. Incorruptible Sam is my name. Good to know that you believe in your intel more. Is a good one anyway. But you talked about the state government coming out to talk, make the statement of them resigning and not them themselves. What has bewitched them? I want to use that word. What has bewitched them? Because when they were in office also, we tried as much as possible to reach out to so many of them, the commissioners. Till today, they don't seem to even want to respond to us. If they resigned with this reason you have stated now, what is still holding them from saying exactly what made them to resign? What do you think?
Well, if you are aware, about 3-4 months ago, we did issue the press statement where we stated categorically that the Alesoti administration has warned his commissioners from engaging with the media, from talking to the media. You recall in one instance, a commissioner did say that based on public secrets and acts, whatever, he quoted something and that he cannot speak on those issues. The Abia PDP had reacted swiftly by saying that the Freedom of Information Act itself overrides any of those things he was talking about. The Freedom of Information Act allows public officers to tell the public what they are doing with public funds, to answer. There is nothing like a secret to tell the public what they are doing with public funds. So it is also a vote of no confidence, going by your own statement, that commissioners serving under the Otis administrations refuse to engage with the media.
All right,
they refuse to talk to the media. And this is not the only media organization telling us that. We have heard that from various media organizations.
Okay.
That is why up to today, the media are not aware of processes leading to award of contracts. They are not aware of processes leading to technical bidding, financial bidding, pre-qualifications that are necessarily aspects of even Abia Procurement Act.
All right, sir.
But we see government just coming out to say, I have awarded the governor, I have awarded this contract, I have awarded this contract.
Let's leave it at that, sir. Your point has
is skewed.
All right, your point has been noted. As a matter of fact, we have been speaking with the Abia PDP Vice Chairman and Acting State Publicity Secretary, Elder Abraham Ama. Thank you so much for your time on Standpoint this morning.
Thank you. My pleasure talking with you.
All right, we'll keep engaging you from time to time. 091600965, 09163333965. Welcome to Standpoint. A very good morning to you. It's good to have you join the program.
Good morning, Mr. Ben.
Your name and location quickly.
Mr. Chijoke is my name.
All right.
Sir, I want to go straight to the point, and the point is this. The government of Alesoti, I believe that it is very sensitive. And I believe they know why they are in governance of Abia State. The governor of Abia State is in charge. And Abians are seeing a lot of results. And I am not blaming opposition. You know, when your people pursue you because you lack leadership, you'll be confused.
All right.
So I am not blaming them. Rather, I sympathize with PDP.
All right,
but all I know is that the two commissioners have resigned, and the government of Abia State is very busy. And you don't expect them to reply everything immediately.
Your time is up, sir.
They are so busy.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Keep it within 1 minute. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint. Hello, good morning. Okay, let's speak with the next caller. It's good to have you join the program.
Hello?
Good morning.
Remain listening. All of you. Excellent is my name.
Welcome, Excellence.
Yeah, you can't look up and look down at the same time. You see, a working government, there's no propaganda or blackmail. If they like, let them criticize it. It's good news. Their name will never ring for that again. What am I trying to say? I don't know. People trying to be more Catholic than the Pope. See, people that are inside, you're not even supposed to talk. See, I always tell people, no matter how thirsty you are, there are people you don't need to ask for water. It's better you stop till death. Stop on water till death. So what are we trying to say? People resign, they're there shouting.
All right, excellent. Your time is up.
When you're in power, they are there saying you're a landlord. But these people say that this government, you are government.
All right.
This is your government. They say you're a landlord.
You don't have
to. That's why they're there shouting.
All right.
They want to say we don't drink for Allah again. Protection by prophecy. You know, I don't prophesy.
Thank you so much.
I prophesy.
All right, thank you. Your time is up. Just use your time appropriately. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning, Mr. Ben.
Your name and location, sir.
Who say man? No, there's the name I'm calling from Mumbai. Good morning to your friends, guests, your friends in the house, colleagues.
Welcome. You have less than 1 minute, please.
Well done.
Okay. It's very, very unfortunate that people will try to kill themselves when a truth is being told Abians. Adventure, the policies and what is happening under the new Abia is a good way to go. Why must people attack the person that is talking? The issue remains, people are resigning under your watch. Is it not call for a consign? And you told us that a lot of peradventure we are to go by what revelation Adam Abraham made. You know that Abia is in a big mess. But that quarterly report, 2022 quarterly, I saw this thing that he pointed at. The research, 3-point-something billion for research. Where is it found anywhere in Abia State here?
All right.
So all these things are the things that we are saying. The other time, we saw 1.5 billion naira to Hilux van in this 2020-24 budget, annual budget, by the same government. Why must they be distributing Abians?
All right.
So all what we are saying is they should go to their house and put their Abians voted them in just because they want to change. But we've seen nothing but impunity under this watch. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Semanode. We want to sincerely apologize. We'll not be able to take your calls further. On our Facebook page, Elvis Iweheze, you are saying that the problem affecting, ravaging, and bedeviling Nigeria today is as a result of leadership failure. We have leaders who take 1 step forward and 10 steps backward. We have leaders who hate to hear the truth. This is worrisome and unfortunate. May God come to our rescue. Thank you so much. Incorruptible Sam, Ikugbonaya, gentlemen, thank you for your time.
We'll greet you.
Let's do this again tomorrow, Friday.
Thank you.
My name is Mo.